large intestine, components of your large intestine. So what are the unique features of the large intestine that is absent to the small intestine? So please kindly take note, the Taenia coli. The Taenia coli are the three flat longitudinal bands of smooth muscle that um, emer- that that is attached or that merges at the base of the appendix. Taenia coli is only present in your large intestine. Another structure to remember that is unique is your ano isa? The fatty tags. What are those fatty tags? The omental appendices. Ano yung ibang tawag dun? Omental appendices or the epiploic appendages. Okay, those are the fatty tags. Another unique feature that is absent is the presence of your sacculations. The sacculations are what it called haustra. Haustra. Okay, the haustra is found exclusively in your large intestine. Okay. So, blood supply. Ano lang tayo? Embryology. Okay. The digestive tube is formed from your ano siya? The digestive tube is formed from your yolk sac. I forgot to mention the marginal artery of Drummond. 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 Then, so the marginal artery of Drummond um, anastomosis of the colic artery. So, anastomosis of the colic artery. Colic artery will form a single arterial line known as the marginal artery of Drummond. So it provides a collateral circulation which connects the superior mesenteric artery from the inferior mesenteric artery. So ganito yan. Middle colic artery and the right colic artery are both branches of the superior mesenteric artery. The middle colic artery, it has a right branch and left branch. The middle colic artery anastomoses with the ascending branch of the right colic artery. The left branch of the middle colic artery anastomoses with the ascending branch of the left colic artery. So the marginal artery of Drummond also starts at the ileocecal junction, when your iliac artery anastomose with the colic artery. Okay. Like for example, the superior uh, branch of the ileocolic artery anastomose with the descending branch of the right colic artery. Digestive tube is deformed from your yolk sac. Now, the developing GI tract is made up of three structures: foregut, midgut, and the hindgut. The foregut, so ito yung question ko. The inferior one-third of the esophagus, foregut development. Tignan lang natin ang foregut development. Mga structures derived from the foregut. So this includes your esophagus, ano pa? Your stomach, and the duodenum, particularly yung upper half or the middle, or the upper half or the middle of the second part of the duodenum. Second part. So yan yung foregut. How about midgut? Midgut will give rise to the lower half of the second part of the duodenum, or the middle duodenum, or the distal second half of the second part of the duodenum. Pag midgut, dyan din mag-arise yung jejunum, ileum, cecum, appendix, ascending colon, and the proximal 2/3 of the transverse colon. While your hindgut will give rise to your distal 1/3 of the transverse colon, the descending colon, the sigmoid colon, the rectum, and the upper half of the anal canal. So, another question to be asked in your exam is that the structures derived from the foregut are supplied by the celiac artery. Structures that are developed or derived from the midgut are supplied by the superior mesenteric artery. Structures that develop or derive from the hindgut receives blood supply from your inferior mesenteric artery. So, foregut, celiac artery; midgut, superior mesenteric artery; hindgut is inferior mesenteric artery. Ayan na pala. Okay. Yan, gastrointestinal arterial supply. Gastrointestinal tract arterial supply. Let's discuss celiac artery. Celiac artery emerges from the descending abdominal aorta at the level of T12. So remember nyo yan. Celiac artery, T12 vertebral level. Celiac artery has three major branches: left gastric artery, splenic artery, and hepatic artery. Okay? Celiac artery provides the main blood supply or the main blood supply to the foregut structures, or those organs developed from your foregut. Aside from that, What are the branches of the splenic artery? So according to your textbook, it will give rise to your pancreatic artery, pancreatic branches. Ano pa yung mga branches ng splenic artery? The short gastric artery and the left gastroepiploic artery. Okay? So those are the branches of your splenic artery. How about hepatic artery? What are the branches of your hepatic artery? So this includes the right hepatic artery. Nasaan pa yung isa? The left hepatic artery. The right gastric artery. And the gastroduodenal artery. So you just need to remember those four. Right hepatic artery, the gastroduodenal artery, and the right gastric artery. So please do remember that your right hepatic artery will give rise to the cystic artery. Cystic artery is the main arterial blood supply to your gallbladder. Cystic artery arises from the right hepatic artery. Another question to be asked is that what are the two branches of the gastroduodenal artery? So this includes the ano yan? Saan siya? The superior pancreatico-duodenal artery and the right gastroepiploic artery. So gastroduodenal artery, it has two main branches. The gastroepiploic artery, particularly the right, so the right gastroepiploic artery, and the superior pancreatico-duodenal artery. So, saan po makikita yung information na yan? Sa pinaka, nandito, yan, celiac artery. So, cystic artery arises from your right hepatic artery. How about superior mesenteric artery? What are the branches of the superior mesenteric artery? Yeah. So this includes your jejunal arteries. Ano ba? Iliac arteries. What else? The iliocolic artery. The anterior cecal artery. Posterior cecal artery. Right colic artery and the middle colic artery. So yan. So, ulitin na lang natin. Ito yung mga choices sa exam. For the superior mesenteric artery, jejunal artery, iliac artery, iliocolic artery, middle colic artery, and the right colic artery. And then, what are the branches? Ayun pa pala, I forgot to mention. Your inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery is also included. So, yun yung mga choices. Okay. Inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery also has an anterior and posterior. So what are the branches of your ileocholic artery? All of the following are branches of the ileocholic artery except. So this include your anterior cecal artery, posterior cecal artery, iliac artery, and the colic artery. Ay, may question?
Ask ko lang po if kasali po yan sa exam.
Oo, kasali siya sa exam.
Next midterms exam po.
Sa?
Midterms exam.
Oo, kasama yan sa midterm exam. Okay. Sige, continue tayo. So, ito pa. What are the 3 blood vessels that arises from your inferior mesenteric artery? So, left colic artery, sigmoid artery, and the superior rectal artery. Okay? Left colic. So, 1 point yan. So, 1 point dito, meron ka ng 1 point dito, another 1 point dito, 1 point dyan, 1 point dito, yan, 1 point. And then 1 point, yes, 1 point. So, ilan yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, if you memorize those things, you will have a 7 points. Okay, vertebral level, this is T12, this is L1, and this is L3. So, yan siya. Yan. Yan, marginal artery. Okay, ito. Another 1 point. What are the 2 veins when united will form the portal vein? What are the 2 veins? Union of these 2 veins will form the portal vein. That is your splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein. What are the tributaries of the portal vein? So this includes your splenic vein, superior mesenteric vein, the name? Ay, ba't wala? Superior, yan, right gastric vein, left gastric vein, cystic vein, splenic vein, splenic vein, superior mesenteric vein. Okay. So, yan, portal vein. So, what are the tributaries of the splenic vein? The tributaries of the splenic vein are the short gastric vein, the left gastroepiploic vein, and the pancreatic vein, together with your inferior mesenteric vein. So, splenic vein tributaries are the following: inferior mesenteric vein, pancreatic vein, short gastric vein, and the left gastroepiploic vein. What are the tributaries of the inferior mesenteric vein? The superior rectal vein, the left colic vein, and the sigmoid vein for the inferior mesenteric vein. What are the tributaries of the superior mesenteric vein? So this includes your jejunal and the ilial vein, the middle colic vein, the right colic vein, the iliocolic vein, ano pa? And the right gastroepiploic vein. It also includes your middle, yung inferior pancreatico-duodenal vein. Wait. Ito. Portal vein will eventually split into two. The right branch and the left branch. The right branch and the left branch. Supplying the right lobe and the left lobe of the liver. Okay. Liver. Ayan. So, sige. So, gastrointestinal tract. Liver tayo. Balik tayo sa liver. Anong kailangan lang natin malaman pagdating sa liver? Liver is subdivided into right lobe and the left lobe of the liver via your falciform ligament. So, this is what I want you to remember when it comes to your liver. The embryonic remnant. Ligamentum venosum, ligamentum teres. So the ligamentum venosum is the embryonic remnant of the ductus venosus. Ductus venosus or venosum. So it means during fetal development, this is the structure that is present, ductus venosum. As growth and development progresses, your ductus venosum is converted into ligamentum venosum. Ligamentum venosum is already a fibrous cord. So during fetal development, your ligamentum venosum is the embryonic remnant of the ductus venosum. So it transports blood that bypasses the liver in your fetus. Next is yung ligamentum teres. Ligamentum teres is the embryonic remnant of the umbilical vein. Of your umbilical vein. So ligamentum teres is the it's the embryologic remnant of the umbilical vein. So the umbilical vein conducts the transport of oxygenated blood through your liver, dun sa nasa liver ng fetus. Okay. Ano pa? So in your liver, it has a surface, diaphragmatic surface, comes contact with the concavity of the dome of the liver. And then we also have the visceral surface, which is the posterior-inferior surface of the liver, wherein it has an impression. So the impression, meaning to say that organs comes in direct contact with the liver. Kaya siya tinawag na visceral surface of the liver because nandyan nakadikit yung mga stomach, yung colic flexure, yung right colic flexure, yung kidney, transcolon, ayan. So, we have yung porta hepatis. Porta hepatis is at the hilum of the liver. Okay? So, yan yung mga structures such as the portal vein, hepatic artery, yung mga hepatic duct, bile duct, enter and leaves the liver. Okay. Ito tayo. Hepatic artery. So please remember this. Hanap tayo ng maayos na. According to your liver, it has lobes. Lobule. So yung lobule na nakikita nyo is one lobule yan. And then there's a central vein. Ito, central vein. Central vein. So between adjacent liver lobule, it contains the portal canal. That portal canal contains the portal triad. Happy birthday, portal triad. The portal triad is made up of hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile duct. So, sinusoids are capillaries. They form of capillaries. Sinusoids are capillaries. They are capillaries. So it means they contain blood. So arrange your central vein is a tributary of the hepatic vein. So my question is, in your exam, 70% of blood supply to the liver is conducted by or it is carried by the portal vein. Nasa textbook yan, portal vein. So portal vein contains transports venous blood, which is rich in nutrients derived from the digestion, from the product of digestion, which is absorbed in your GI tract. Ulitin natin, portal vein transports venous blood, but that kind of venous blood contains nutrients derived from the product of digestion, which is absorbed from your GI tract. 30% blood supply to your liver is conducted by the hepatic artery. Hepatic artery. So hepatic artery will also branch into anterior, right and left hepatic artery, supplying the right lobe of the liver and the left lobe of the liver. So your hepatic artery and the portal vein, arrow, they are mixed within your sinusoids.